my loves. Welcome to Homeschool and Chill, the YouTube channel that seeks to alleviate your stress and anxiety about homeschooling. My name is Corinne, and today I have some amazing news to share with you guys. It is a new year. It is a time of new beginnings, new attitude, and new businesses. So that is my announcement. I have launched my new business. I launched on January 1st. And I'm just so excited to share what I have going on. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you know that I am a homeschool mom. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I usually teach classes online. And so I teach my classes through a platform called OutSchool, which I love OutSchool. It gave me a lot of experience with teaching online and creating courses of my own. But the thing about working on a platform like that is that they get a cut of your money, of course. So I am going to start transitioning into teaching independently, where whatever I charge for my class, I will 100% get that in my pockets myself. So I will have the link down in the description to my website where you can book a class, or where you can just email me and we can set up a subscription to classes that I have available. I'm starting off with just my one-on-one reading classes. Those seem to be my most popular classes and the most successful classes. So I'm just starting off with my one-on-one tutoring right now. But as time goes by and I feel out the needs of the people, I can create some other classes for you to book as well. So that's one aspect of my business, is tutoring. But like I said, I am a homeschool mom, which is the whole reason why I have this channel in the first place. When the pandemic began, there were a lot of parents who had questions about homeschooling because they really didn't know what they wanted to do with their children as far as their education. So I originally launched this channel to assist parents with homeschooling. And you guys have been amazing about supporting me. You've been enjoying the tips that I give you. And so I'm going to move into doing that as part of my business, as well as doing some consulting to really give you more in-depth one-on-one assistance with your homeschool needs. So instead of just watching a video and trying to hunt down the information that you need, you can book a consultation with me, and hopefully down the road I can actually just create courses that just tell you from A to Z what you need to do to run your homeschool. So like I said, look in the description for that, where you can book me for a one-on-one consultation. And the next aspect of my business is actually stretching me a little bit, where I'm going to grow and expand in my creativity and my skills, but I'm going to be starting some virtual assisting as well. Some email marketing, email management, and some social media management as far as creating blog posts and all of those different things. So if you have any of those things that you need done for your business, or just things like flyers and posters and business cards and stationery and letterheads, I am your go-to girl for all of those things as well. So make sure that you go on over to CorinneJohnson.com so that you can check out the things that I have available there. So you can find my consulting, my tutoring, my virtual assisting, my products that I'm going to be launching. And I also have started the Homeschool and Chill blog. So if you've been enjoying my vlogs here online, I know that you will enjoy my blog that I have, where if you're more of a reader, then you'll be able to read to your heart's content. And of course, in my different blog articles that you'll have there, there'll be some additional resources to some other sites. So there'll be a plethora of resources and information for you there. So there's just some big things happening. I am excited and of course nervous at the same time, because like I said, I'm going to be stretched a little bit, but that is the whole idea of homeschooling in the first place. This is what this lifestyle is all about. It's not just about making sure that, education is something that you participate in the early years of your life while you're a child, and when you get your formal education for a career or something, but that we're supposed to be lifelong learners. And if we're teaching that to our children, then that has to be something that we actually model for them. So as I am embarking on a new phase of my life, as I am trying new things, then there's a lot that I'm going to have to learn, a lot that I'm going to have to study and stretch myself and not be intimidated. So I'm really excited for that for myself. I'm excited for that for all of you, because there's more ways that I will be able to assist you and help you. But also, I'm excited because my children get to see this entire process happen too. My whole motto, my whole idea about homeschooling is to really open our children's minds to the fact that things can be done in more than one way. Education can be done in more than one way, and your lifestyle can be done in more than one way. And so I don't want my children just growing up with the idea that I have to study so that I can get into a good college, so that I can get a good job to work for someone else. I want them to also understand that they have to study and that they have to build their skills so that they could even just work for themselves. And so I think this is exciting where, in our family, at least as far as I know, like my husband and I were like the first generation of entrepreneurs in our direct family line, if I'm not mistaken. I hope like no family members watch this and they're like, I'm an entrepreneur, what are you talking about? But anyway, so it's really exciting. I have just become an entrepreneur. My husband is also an entrepreneur. He does handyman services locally. I'll have the link to his Facebook page so that you can go and see some of the work that he has done for Son LLC. But it's exciting. Both of us are entrepreneurs. We're both going to be able to, learn, expand on our skills, make mistakes, learn from them, and be able to make this whole idea of being a business owner a little bit easier for our children because we've already done it and they can just learn from us. So I'm really excited about that's being added to our homeschool life, your homeschool life is just your life in general. So everything that we do, everything that we're experiencing and that we're learning, we can share that with our children and they will be better for it. So I know a lot of us, because we've only seen one pathway to success, we've always grown up knowing, just what I said before, that we need to, make good grades in school so we can get into the good college, so that we can get a good job to work for someone else. But there are other options, and I want our children to be as familiar with the entrepreneurial process as they are the traditional, go to school and become an employee process. I want them to know all of their options. I want them to be familiar with all of their options so that they can make the best decision for themselves. I'm really excited about that. I really feel like it's going to allow our family a lot more flexibility by us having our businesses and really seeing those things come off of the ground. And not only that, as I'm expanding my virtual assisting skills, we've already seen that I will be able to help my husband more with his business needs, with the things that he's not necessarily as great at or that he doesn't think about as much with his business. I can be his own virtual assistant. And one thing that he's even said is that's how you keep things in the family, how you create generational wealth, is because, when he needs to hire a virtual assistant, there's one in-house and he can put those funds from his business to my business. He can pay me and it's still funding our family, but his business expense, his business account will be paying my business account for those services instead of him having to find those things outside. So those are some things that I want you to be thinking about for yourself and for your homeschool. That's what this video is about today, is in this new year, in this whole season of I want to do new things. I want to be a brand new me. I want new habits. I have new hope for the future. That's what I want you to be thinking about, are ways that you can make your homeschool life, your homeschool setting better and more flexible by finding better ways to earn money. I know that for a while we had our Get Money Monday series, which our Get Money Monday series was like 3 episodes. But I do want you to always, with everything that you're doing as a homeschool parent, to think outside of the box. I mean, the fact that we're homeschooling in the first place means that we're not following the traditional way of doing things. We're not trying to do the status quo. We're not trying to do everything the way that the mainstream is doing it. So in order to support this unorthodox education lifestyle, sometimes we have to look at an unorthodox method of earning an income or making time for family or all those things. So I want you to really be thinking about thinking outside of the box. If you have a job, and what you do have to support your family, do whatever you have to do to support your family. But while you are doing that, think of ways that you can make more time for your family. Find ways that you can become more flexible with your time. Find ways that you can incorporate what you do for a living or earn an income, that you can actually have your children alongside you so that they can learn what you're doing and you can set them up for their future. So what I want you to do in this spirit of the new year and the new you, what I want you to do is 3 things. Number 1, I want you to make a list of all of the different things that you are great at. I want you to think about your skills, your gifts, your talents. Everything from whether it's something that you know for sure that you can earn money from it, like things that you're good at on your job, to things that you're just good at in life, your artistic things, your creativity, your willingness to help others. So write down all of those things that you are really good at, all those things that you are really passionate about. Make a list of all of those different things. Step 2, what I want you to do is sit here and think of how you can market those things, or what are different areas where out in the business world where someone will actually need those skills that you offer. If you're a great writer, can you maybe develop those skills to become a blog writer, and you can write articles where you have affiliate links where you can earn a passive income that way? Could you become a content writer for a company? Can you become a copywriter where you are writing marketing copy that ends up appearing in different ads or different things that will promote a business? So I want you to think of whatever your gifts, talents, skills are, and how they can convert into some kind of career, and how you can get that started for yourself. So after you've thought of all of your gifts and talents, after you sat there and thought of, well, how can my gifts and talents be needed in some kind of service industry or in some kind of just business mindset, turning your skills or gifts or talents into something marketable, the third thing I want you to do is to start thinking of a plan to turn that into a business for yourself. So, of course, starting a business can be intimidating. It was intimidating for me when I first started thinking about it, especially because it just kind of happened overnight where I was like, oh, I can turn this into a business. And then I had mentors and people in my life who were assisting me, and they just propelled me forward. And so that's another thing. Surround yourself with people who support you. Surround yourself with people who are knowledgeable and who are willing to share their knowledge with you so you can move forward. But what I want you to do, don't get so intimidated about things being so perfect on the front end, about having like a polished website, about having, all of these things, your branding and all of that together right from the beginning. What I want you to do to start off with is to come up with a plan of what you're going to do to start your business. And so when you are trying to start this business with whatever skills you have, I want you to think about, well, what will I need to be successful in this business? How am I actually going to get myself out there? I'm going to need some flyers or something that I'm going to create. I might need some business cards so I can get myself out there. I need to actually, if I'm going to be using writing as my source of income, then I need to just start doing some writing so that if someone wants to hire me, I can be able to give them writing samples. So think about all the different things that you'll need to get started. Am I going to need certain apps or tools on my computer to be able to do social media management or virtual assisting or whatever the case may be? If you're going to do handyman work, make sure that you've got some of the tools that you need. So start thinking about all of that. And while you're thinking of it, actually plan and decide, okay, how much money is it going to take for me to get these essentials to get started? When it's time for me to make my business official legally, am I going to have the funds for getting my LLC? Am I going to have the funds that I need to get my business account started? If I do want a website right from the beginning, am I going to have the funds to be able to get my domain name, to be able to fund the hosting for a website? Do I want to get a link tree instead? All of the different things that are going to need to go into your business. Start planning for those things first, because eventually you are going to get clients. There is going to be someone who's going to want you to do those things for them. And once they come, you want to be ready. So that's what I'm working on. I'm still trying to work on getting my clientele set up, but I have gotten my website set up. I've got my blog going. I've got, my business account, my LLC, all of those, nice, pretty, sparkling things. And then I was like, oh, but I need to get my invoices set up that have my letterhead on it, and my work orders that have my letterhead on it, and all those things. Like, what happens when my clients come and everything doesn't look polished and nice because I haven't prepared for when the clients are here? So go ahead, start working on those things, and start working on having a business. And it doesn't necessarily have to be something that's going to be full-time from the beginning. You're probably already got a 9 to 5, or you've got a busy schedule because you're the actual parent who's homeschooling. So start a little bit at a time. Try to get one client, do one little side gig, do some little things here and there so that you can build up your confidence, so that you can build up a portfolio for future clients, and then just hit the ground running. So everybody is necessarily interested in being an entrepreneur, starting their own business. However, with this flexible lifestyle that we have as homeschool parents, and as homeschool parents, we like to travel and actually take our children out of the four walls of our home and take them out places where they can actually see things and experience things instead of just reading it in a book. If you are an entrepreneur and you govern your own time, it will make it so much easier to make the focus about your family and giving the best experiences possible to your children. So I know that, everybody can't do all of the same things, but if there is an entrepreneur inside you, if there is a hustler inside of you, then I encourage you to bring it out this year so that you can really take control of your time and really put the focus on where it matters the most, on your family. So I hope that this video was helpful to you. I hope that you had an amazing new year and that the rest of this year is just fantastic and fabulous and blessed for you. But most of all, I hope that you love yourselves. Bye, loves.